Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out a card from the Magical Dogs Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So I paused there for a second while I was talking. Before and just now, I just saw 111, so that's interesting. There's a message coming through to trust yourself. But with the burping, I also feel like there's definitely something here that you need to release. I'm seeing 122. This is about being the change that you wish to see in some way. And before I actually get a card from this deck here, I have a couple cards that I feel called to show you. So the first one says we need to talk. Whenever I was moving my deck of index cards before I started recording, this one was the last one. I picked up the deck and that only this one was still on the table, so I felt drawn to that one. And I also feel called to show you the Sun card, which is from this deck here. I feel called to show you the Sun card. I can't remember how exactly it came to be significant, but they were paired together and I left them on the table, so that way I could remember to mention them, because they both feel significant for somebody. And I feel like the Sun here is a sign that whoever needs to talk to you, it could be someone who it could be someone who has moved on. There's just an energy here that is trying to communicate with you, a warm energy. It feels like it's trying to communicate with your inner child or the younger version of yourself. This could definitely have something to do with or be related to faith in some way. But let's go ahead and look deeper into this with another card, actually, from the Magical Dogs Tarot. This is mostly going to be the general energy that I feel coming through. Given the we need to talk, I feel like this is going to be, maybe there's a spirit guide or just someone's energy or something's energy coming through trying to bring you a message. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes it can be hard to remember the names when they change the names on the card. But yeah, actually notice how there's a lot of green. There's a lot of nature in the images of these cards, and a white dog could definitely be a significant symbol for someone. There could be something significant here as well about intrusive thoughts. I just now realized this is not as even as it could be. But this Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving, hard-working, patient, faithful type of energy. I feel like there's something here about teaching yourself how to commit to things, and how you're really going to learn how to commit to things that mean the most to you whenever you learn how to commit to yourself. Because maybe deep down, I feel like you care a lot about yourself and who you are. And you need to embrace that. Self-love is definitely something significant coming through. I think maybe even planet Earth wants you to learn to love yourself. The universe in general wants you to learn to love yourself in a way that you always deserved to be loved when you were younger. There's definitely inner child type of energy. Maybe this person who's saying we need to talk could be a family member, as I said before, living or not. There's just so much greenery in these images, so maybe it's time to get outside more or connect more with nature in whatever way you feel called to. It could even be through animals, dogs, if that's what you feel called to really connect with, or cats. I just got distracted because the cats are being mean to each other, so just give me a second. I think the cats fighting is I feel like it's a sign in some way. I almost accidentally just said in somebody. So there could be someone here where it feels like you're two cats that are fighting. It's just very dramatic and intense, maybe even loud. And maybe this energy needs to be balanced out with dog energy, with more patience and love and compassion. Maybe an interesting way to look at it is, instead of looking at it as, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but in general, there is a need here to change your perspective. This "we need to talk" does give a sense of urgency. So whoever is watching this reading, this is a very important message coming through to you. Someone specific is really trying to connect with you, to encourage you to grow and to reparent yourself, and to learn how to embody a more patient, hardworking type of energy. Maybe patience, I'm thinking of the Seven of Pentacles. Maybe patience it feels like the biggest obstacle for you, and that's where you really need to be focusing, because if you allow yourself, you can learn to be more patient and remove that obstacle. I almost feel called to say, no matter how bad you want to skip steps, you just can't. You have to take every step of the way to get there. If you want to walk somewhere, you can't skip steps to get there, you know what I'm saying? Every step forward definitely matters. And I feel like right now in this moment, you're really being called by an energy here to take your decisions more seriously. Maybe even reconnect back to the basics if that feels significant for you. I just saw 222. I'm definitely feeling here that you need to teach yourself how to build a stable foundation. I'm getting apprentice type of energy. It's interesting. There's definitely a focus here that needs to be on your health, your safety, and just your security overall. Actually, this greenery is making more sense now, because I do feel like material, earthy energy is so relevant for the energy that I'm feeling, because earth energy is supposed to be grounding, and grounding yourself is definitely what you're being called to do, so that way you can see things more clearly, improve your judgment, and make better decisions that ultimately make you feel like you have a better sense of control in life. I just saw 333, so that could be a sign about heartbreak, healing, expanding, growing, celebrating, progressing. Any of those things could be relevant or significant for someone. There's a really sacred connecting with your ancestors type of energy. So this could be an ancestor, whether they're living or not. Just whoever it is, it feels like it's connected to your inner child, like your younger self. This might be someone from childhood as well that's saying, we need to talk, or at least from a time when you were younger than you are now. So just someone from the past. In whatever way that means for you. But next, I am going to draw a card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. The flames on the back of these cards really solidifies that grounding, earthy energy. Taurus, Virgo, I almost wanted to say Libra, but also Capricorn could be significant zodiac signs. Okay, yeah. We have treat your body well, exercise, meditate, and massage. That's definitely a getting back to the basics type of energy. I feel like this is really confirming what I said about how you need to, like, spiritually, you're being guided to focus on your health, your overall health, even like your financial health, just to make sure all aspects of your life are in good standing, meaning like they are stable. There's something here about, like, if it's stable, you know it's healthy. There could definitely be a chaotic energy here that you either need to remove yourself from or just cut ties with energetically. Just take it however it resonates. I'm trying to see. Honestly, the message in this reading is very, very straightforward. There's really someone coming through to let you know, like, hey, you need to take your health more seriously, mentally, emotionally, financially. You need to take what you deserve more seriously. And also, you could be feeling called to connect with your body more through exercise or massages, and that could be confirmation for you. But you can also connect with yourself mentally through meditation. I think repairing the relationship with yourself is what you need to be focused on right now. Healing, giving yourself a fair chance to understand who you are, the world, and what you're meant to do. Maybe, like, growing up, they tried to push you in a certain direction and it just wasn't working, you know, because it's just not where you're meant to be. If you feel different or singled out, that's not always a bad thing. Yeah, context definitely matters. We have ancient Egypt. Talk about that sacred feeling. 1 second. I just had a big burp, so that's interesting. With ancient Egypt coming through, there could be some patterns or habits here that your ancestors have carried on for like hundreds of years. And maybe you're being called to release that. Or maybe there's something ancient here about your soul. You could feel connected to ancient Egypt. And if you do, maybe do more research on that. UFOs could be significant. I know I talk about that sometimes with my family, because the United States just casually releasing UFO reports. So I don't know, I just feel like if you are looking for answers, or if you feel called to think about something deeply, to reflect on something, follow that calling. Wherever you feel called, follow that calling. I really just feel like I'm repeating myself a lot at this point. So I think that will be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it always does make a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you around.